You thought I was done with this series? Yeah, so did I. Little did I know that I've barely even scratched the surface. After this video, I've still got to make several other videos about Corvette engines, like regular cars with Corvette engines, tractors with Corvette engines, boats with Corvette engines, planes with Corvette engines, spaceships with Corvette engines, alien civilizations powered by Corvette engines, and dogs powered by Corvette engines. I almost forgot Corvettes powered by Corvette engines. Yeah, we're getting real meta up in here. Anyways, here's the last part of supercars with Corvette engines. At least that is until before supercar companies start using the newer LT engines. The Masler Landshark. Using an LS7 and twin turbocharging it, the Landshark claims it created a disgustingly high horsepower output of 2,500. Considering a stock LS7 only puts out 505 horsepower, I can only begin to wonder how the hell this is even possible. Especially since the car was made in 2009, and most cars even to this day shy away from 2,000 horsepower, instead favoring weight reduction as opposed to increasing power. The Landshark, however, does both, as it only weighs 1,898 pounds despite having multiple fuel tanks. The Landshark claims to have a top speed of 305 miles an hour and a 0 to 60 time in 2.5 seconds. Though a lot of this is very doubtful and, unfortunately, remains unproven to this day. The car was supposedly supposed to debut at the 2009 Bonneville Speed Week, but I can't seem to find any footage or sources saying that the car met its performance claims or even showed up for that matter. Next up is the Turkish supercar Onx Sea. Okay, the amount of LS7s and supercars is just insane. This time, I won't even bother making you guess and will instead just tell you right away that the Onx Sea not only has an LS7, but a bone stock LS7. That's right, what's more unoriginal than putting a Corvette engine in your supercar? Not even tuning the damn thing. This means the Sea has 505 horsepower and it weighs 1,050 kilograms or 2,315 pounds. The Sea is able to do a 0 to 60 time in 4 seconds, which is rather lackluster all things considered. The bad news only continues as the Sea costs 200k euros or around 223k for dollars. You're honestly better off just getting a kit car for a fraction of the price and actually have a car that runs low 3s or even high 2s instead. I know it seems like I shit too hard on a particular entry every list for this series, but like I said, if you're going to use a Corvette engine, you have no excuses not to at least try to make the car outstanding in some sort of way to make up for its lack thereof in engine originality. The Savage Rival. From the Netherlands, designed by 2 students, the Savage Rival features an LS9 engine. The Savage Rival puts out 670 horsepower, the same amount of horsepower that Icona Volcano Titanium put out, which also used LS9. What? This can't be a coincidence. Maybe the Volcano Titanium had a stock LS9 and so does the Savage Rival. Wait a second, the stock LS9 puts out to 638 horsepower from 2009 to 2013. I don't remember a stock ZR1 having 670 horsepower. I'm not crazy. Alright, I just looked some shit up and it may just be a coincidence after all, since it appears Savage and Icona both indeed tuned their LS9 to 670 horsepower. Maybe they had each other on speed dial or something. Anyways, the Savage Rival weighs 1,280 kilograms or 2,822 pounds, and it has a 0 to 60 time in 3.4 seconds with a top speed of 205 miles an hour, which is just the stock top speed and stock 0 to 60 for the ZR1. Even though 20 confirmed models have been produced, it seems suspicious to me that the Savage Rival has the same 0 to 60 time as the stock C6 ZR1, which weighs 500 pounds more and has less horsepower. This just seems like a lack of information after all. I'm reading off a goddamn Wikipedia page, and I feel like whoever wrote these specs simply Control-C and Control-V the shit out of the stats from the C6 ZR1 over to the Rival. I unfortunately can't read Dutch, and Google Chrome's automatic translating can only do so much. So, if you're from the Netherlands, see for yourself if you're able to find the actual specs for this car. The Sin R1. I thought the Tri Nemesis had an edgy name, but damn, this takes the cake. Developed in the United Kingdom, the Sin R1 uses an LS3, and many sources says it puts out 444 horsepower. But Sin's official website says that it makes 430 horsepower, which is the same as the stock LS3 in a regular C6 Corvette. Just a little side note, but out of all the websites I visited for these small upcoming supercar manufacturers, Sin is definitely my favorite, and as a college student in CGT, this is something I'm a real asshole about. Like, for instance, the website for the Savage Rival was terrible. You had to scroll to fixed speed or else it went all AWOL. Anyways, back to the Sin R1. It weighs 1,250 kilograms or 2,755 pounds and costs 175k euros or 195k dollars. Despite having a stock LS3, this price is somewhat justified by the car having a built-in roll cage and a complete carbon fiber finish, making it a track-ready car. The car's design is questionable to many, but I personally think the front is mean as hell.
but I can't exactly say the same for the back. Like, I feel for them though, since every other Corvette-based supercars like the HET Plethora and Falcon F7 aren't exactly lookers from behind either. Designing the backs for cars is a hard thing, but it's also important since if your car's ever featured in a video game, people are gonna stare at its ass end, so boy, it better have a good ass to stare at. We're gonna finish this series off strong with the 2008 record holder for world's fastest production car, the SSC Ultimate Aero TT. The Ultimate Aero TT uses an LSX V8 from the earlier Corvette C5R race car models. This specific version of the LSX stock is normally a 6 liter, but SSC went ahead and bored out the engine to be 6.3 liters, or 6,345 cubic inches, and then they went ahead and twin turbocharged it. The result was a car that made 1,183 horsepower and weighed 2,750 pounds, or 1,247 kilograms dry. The VMAX that was achieved by this car was 255.83 miles an hour. The highest top speed it actually achieved was 257.11 miles an hour. SSC continued to produce the Ultimate Aero for years to come, eventually making the XT model, which no longer used a Chevy-based engine, instead using a 7-liter SSC V8 built in-house. Though it makes me happy to see the SSC go on and make their own original engine, not much has been heard from them in recent years, and their newest concept, the Tuatara, is most likely in production hell. Also, I just have to say this, but the Ultimate Aero looks like an obese fat Diablo. Finally, for now, these were all the supercars that I could find that used Corvette engines. But so much more lies ahead, for I will not stop here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and share it with your fellow automotive friends. If you like semi-daily uploads about various supercars and car stuff in general, then subscribe to my channel. Other than that, Blade Angel out.